Nostalgia really does grow faster than supply, and some of the products do tell the story of an era. And I remember when I first bought this, for instance, where I'll start with is the 151 Ultra Premium Collection. I bought it because I thought it was a really good looking product. I love the Mew at the front. The promos I thought inside were really cool. Had a lot of 151 packs, and I thought it'd be really worth keeping it sealed because it was a holiday set. So it didn't come with booster boxes, just booster bundles, the UPC and the tins and other little types of products. And they're the ones I tend to open, like the tins, a little bit of the booster bundles. I've actually started to keep a lot of those sealed. But this one I thought was really important to keep sealed because if I opened it, I didn't pull what I wanted to pull, I think I'd be disappointed. And for me, I mentioned the importance of getting those chase cards and having them in the card, but I really do also enjoy having the sealed product in my cupboard where I can look at it. And I think it's a wonderful looking product. It's got the booster packs, it's got the promos, and we know with 151 going out of print rotation very shortly, the prices, and this is not financial advice, but the prices of 151 I think will start to get a bit of a spike. And to put it into perspective, and this is from Australian dollars, you know, I picked this up for around $220. It's sitting at around $1,000 at the moment sealed. And that really just kind of re-emphasizes the importance for me to keep collecting Pokemon and to keep things sealed. As I mentioned, it's very easy to burn through money, but keeping this here allows me, if I want to sell one day or if I want to buy additional packs, I know that I've got kind of a safety net as well. But coupled with all that is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon this year. And we all grew up, if you're my age, around the Generation 1 Pokemon. You know, the Charizards, the Blastoise, the Venusaurs, and of course the Pokemon movie with Mew and Mewtwo. So
this world is too small for two of us.
It's a very heavy set when it comes to Mewtwo and Mew. It's got all the 151 hits. It's got all the Pokemon that you grew up with. So this is something that I'm going to keep sealed, I think, for a very long time. It's something that I really enjoy looking at. I think it is my favorite product. Moving on to the second one, and it's Prismatic Evolutions. And Prismatic Evolutions was released 1 year ago, around the same time as Ascended Heroes this year, and it just came out of the gates flying. Couldn't get product. It was so hard to get your hand on product, and me myself, I couldn't get my hand on product for Prismatic. It was just too hot. So I actually ended up buying this on eBay for a little bit more of a premium, for around 300 Australian dollars, which works out to be around 200 US. And the only reason I did that, and with eBay, sometimes you do got to be careful not to pay premiums, but much like the 151 UPC, I thought the SPC with Prismatic would be a great long-term hold. It has all the evolutions. It has the Umbreon, or the Sunbreon that everyone calls it. And we know that Prismatic Evolutions has really poor pull rates. So keeping this one sealed, and I managed to get my hands on one at retail eventually, 9 months later. So now that I've got two, I want to keep them both sealed. I think with the poor pull rates in Prismatic Evolutions, the fact that it's still in print, but it is having print supply issues, I can enjoy a couple of the sealed products as well as the box.
Today, Junior.
The Super Premium Collection box, the Poster Collection box, and I think that having these will be really handy in the future. And from a Prismatic point of view, again, I did open some booster bundles, which again I've probably keep more sealed. It is a holiday set, so there are no booster boxes. Can't get my words out today, guys. I'm really sorry. The booster boxes. So products like the Super Premium Collection box, the booster bundles, are products that are going to hold their value in the future. And the total set value of Prismatic Evolutions keep climbing. You know, we talk about the Umbreon, but there is also, you know, the Espeon, there is the Glaceon, there is the Jolteon. There are a lot of great products and cards associated with Prismatic Evolutions. But not only that, I think what really makes Prismatic Evolutions valuable are the God packs. You know, everybody opens up Prismatic hoping that their pack is the God packs.
Oh!
So that's the second product I wanted to discuss today of what I'm keeping sealed. Thirdly, I do have the Destined Rivals booster box and Destined Rivals ETB and whatever other products of Destined Rivals I can get my hand on. Because there are a lot of booster bundles available at the moment, a lot of individual packs, I don't mind opening those up, but I really think that this is my favorite set over the last couple of years, even more so than Prismatic. Team Rocket, again, it's that nostalgic feeling. But not only that, it has some great cards. The Giovanni's Mewtwo, Cynthia's Garchomp, Ethan's Ho-Oh, all cards that have just keep climbing in price. Did see a little bit of a dip across the whole market last year, but it's a product I think that is going to perform well. It's already up to $500 US for a booster box, nearly $800 Australian. I got this from EB Games for $274. I think it was something like that. So I've already seen growth in the product, but it also really does link me up to my earlier years of Pokemon collecting. And again, with the print run, it is going to be in rotation for the next couple of years. But in Australia, we keep getting notifications that a lot of these products, such as Prismatic, Journey Together, and Destined Rivals, are having print difficulties or supply difficulties. So I think with that, it will hold its value quite well. It is a very nostalgic set. It's got some amazing artwork, and coupled with that, I think that some of the cards, they just look great. It's the trainer focus card, and I think trainer focus set, and I think those trainer focus sets really, with Cynthia, Ethan, Giovanni, Team Rocket, they do perform well. It kind of reminds me of Team Up a little bit, and that's a product I wish I can get my hands on, and I wish I didn't open as much as I did back in the day. But just there's something about it that I really enjoy, and I think with the booster boxes, we could see north of $1,000 Australian, even US, in the coming years, because it's such a strong set. And take away Prismatic, I think it's the best set. And what I mean by take away Prismatic was a holiday set, as I mentioned, didn't have the booster boxes. So if you take that away and just look at the sets as a whole, with the ones with booster boxes, Destined Rivals for me, hands down, is the best. The fourth product I want to talk about is actually Mega Evolution. And you'll see a lot of my booster boxes here. They are the newer sets. So a lot of my sealed products up there are the older sets from Sun and Moon. You got Scarlet and Violet, but you've also got Sword and Shield. But the booster boxes for me were expensive, and I think some advice I have if you're starting your Pokemon journey is, if you got a little bit of money to spend, have a look at the Sun and Moon booster boxes, have a look at the Sword and Shield booster boxes before you go heavy onto the newer sets, because then that just decreases your buying power. It's probably good to start with a couple of the older sets. You know, if you can get your hands on Paldea Evolved, if you can get your hands on Team Up, if you got a lot of money to burn, Evolving Skies, even if you got $3,000 to $4,000, just say Australian dollars, and you want to start buying all these products, I'll probably start with Evolving Skies, because I think that's going to have a real big push up. And that's something that I'm saving up on the side to buy. That's going to be my next purchase, big purchase, is Evolving Skies, because I think that will continue to go north, especially as supply dwindles. So back to Mega Evolution. New era, new excitement, and affordable. It's something that I can hold and see value in the next maybe 5 to 10 years. It's not something I'm going to see value on straight away, but it's really good to be able to start collecting Mega Evolutions from the ground up as retail starts to push out these products, and I can get them at an affordable price. And on the side, I can start to save up for the Evolving Skies, the Paldea Evolves, the Shining Fates, etc. So I don't have to worry about burning my cash too quick, because we talk about Pokemon investing, and again, like I said, not financial advice, but we got to be responsible with our money. We still got bills, we still got rent, we still got mortgages, we got the unexpected bills of life. So we can't be spending it all on Pokemon. But if you're going to do this hobby, do it responsibly, but do it smart. And if I had one piece of advice to myself years ago, I'd probably stop ripping open so many packs and just invest in these bigger products and have the enjoyment of opening up the blister packs and the booster bundles and keeping some on the side. So Mega Evolution, what's really great is you got the Bulbasaur, the Venusaur, I can't even get it, the Bulbasaur, the Ivysaur, and the Venusaur. They're really the connecting artwork. They're really great cards to have. Really great thing about the Mega Evolution booster box is that you do get the promo of Bulbasaur, but also it's a very Lucario, Gardevoir heavy set with the gold cards and their full arts. And I think personally it's probably the best base set released over the last 3 sets. Better than Sun and Moon, better than Sword and Shield, and better than Scarlet and Violet base sets. So this is a set that will hold its value, I think, continue to grow. And Mega Evolutions is something that's really starting to pick up a lot of steam, a lot of popularity, even with Pokemon Go. There's the Dynamax, there's the Mega Evolution when you collect the candy. So I think it's starting to really resonate, not just with my generation, but the younger generation. So as they get older, the nostalgic factor in Mega Evolution will continue to grow. And then on to Phantasmal Flames. Phantasmal Flames is a weaker set. It's not like Mega Evolution. I think Mega Evolution base is stronger than Phantasmal Flames, but the Phantasmal Flames has the best Charizard in the last 5 years, I think. The Mega Charizard with the Charizard, the Charmeleon or Charmeleon and Charmander, it's just a great looking card, and we've seen the price of that Charizard card hold. It did dip to about $600-700 Australian towards the end of last year. It's picked right back up to around $800-900 Australian. It came out the gates, at a couple $1,000s. All products do, and it did dip. The market stabilized, supply started to increase, but we're starting to see it go back up, and I think it's going to be a card that's really going to do well. And if we're talking about individual cards, if you want to not buy a couple booster boxes and maybe buy that card instead, I think that's also a smart idea. For me personally, I'm more into sealed products than spending big money on cards. I actually just like getting the blister packs, the booster bundles, and being able to open and chase. And if I get it, I get it. If not, no big deal. So Phantasmal Flames is something I think worth holding, especially as more and more people rip to get that Charizard. If they don't, boxes like this will start to see an increase in price. So as I mentioned, these are probably the 5 products I really wanted to speak to you today about. But I also do have things that I buy on eBay, and I mentioned eBay earlier. And a little trick that I do with eBay is that if I'm an eBay Plus member, you can get sometimes 10, 20, 30, even up to $100 off products if they're a higher price with the vouchers. But it's okay to negotiate. You can contact the seller and say, hey, would you accept this price? But be mindful of the sellers. Don't waste their time with something that's $1,000 and you offer them $300 or $200. Just see if you can get $50 to $100 off. Put that with the coupon, and you're saving $150 to $200 on some products. And with the Glaceon, and I got here in the back the Leafeon V-Star Special Collection. The reason I thought that these were great products is, well, they're evolutions. They're always going to perform well. But they've got Fusion Strike. And if you ask me about what I think the best card is in the last few years, it's that Gengar VMAX.
And my last name Blick, so I'm picking the tool up. Blick.
The best looking Gengar. It's got a low population of PSA 10. It's well over $1,000. And I think that people want to rip Fusion Strike to get that card. And if you don't, you've wasted a lot of money. And this is something that I've kept sealed. I'd rather be a bit more responsible, keep some Fusion Strike products sealed, and hope that it will go up. And I don't think, personally for me, I don't know if I have the courage to open up something that's hundreds and hundreds of dollars and not get anything. I spend the money on the Pokemon. I like to buy individual products. Like I did mention, I bought this Pikachu from Cosmic Eclipse. I think it's something that's going to do really well on the 30th anniversary. But at the same time, I want to be a little bit smart. I'm not going to just waste my money. My wife She always says to me, she's happy for me to spend the money. She actually is probably the biggest enabler, comes home with all these blister packs and likes to buy things for me. But she doesn't want me opening up my sealed collection because she goes, it's a mutual understanding that we have. I respect her decision and I respect our money. And she goes, do whatever you want. I won't even ask questions, but don't buy to open. And because that's something that we have an agreement on, I can respect her time, I can respect her wishes, and I can respect my money. I can respect, more importantly, her money as well. So that's really why I've collected these Glaceons. It's for the Fusion Strike. And if you can find these products that have these old cards in there, like the collector's chest, some of these special collections, they might be about $200-300, but I think over time, you can probably double your money in the next 3 years. So that's really what I wanted to speak to you today about, is really around my sealed collection and why I have the 151 UPC, the special premium collection, and these 3 booster boxes. I do have a lot more sealed product like Blooming Waters, a lot of the Black Bolt White Flare binder collections. I have a lot of the older sets from the Sword and Shield era, but these are my probably favorite ones to have at the moment. So comment below what sealed products you have, what sealed products you want to have, and how do you balance between opening up packs and keeping products sealed. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So would the wider community. I'm helping to grow this channel, and I think over time we can start to be really interactive. So I want to just say thank you to everybody who's subscribed, everyone who's viewed my videos, who liked them and just commented. And I had a really nice comment on YouTube about whether I should get this sealed. Can't get my words out, where I should get this graded. And I actually thought this was a great looking card, and somebody said no, it's off center. And I used one of the apps to have a look, and yeah, it was off center. I'll probably get a 8 or a 9 PSA. So I'm thinking that it could be a 10. So it's little things like that in the community that I really appreciate. I hope to get more. And you know, even if you guys link up and join together, that'll be great. But in the meantime, like I said, if you like this content, like, subscribe, share. If you don't, leave me some feedback and I'm more than happy to adapt and change. But let me know what you thought about my sealed collection, what you thought about my analysis, and more importantly, just have fun, guys. Until next time, I'm Pat with Pat.